doing some shit. Shit was popping way off. You all got into Tetsuo HQ while outside was going fucking crazy. And I need to make a small addendum, if you will, to what transpired last time, because there's a very important thing that I remembered kind of, but didn't think about in the moment. So if you look at these blue lines here on the sketch I laid out for you however many moons ago, there's kind of two sections to the upper floor area of Tetsuo. There's the main line elevator, which goes up every floor, and then there are two shorter elevators that go up to the third floor. You guys would have been on the fourth floor, so you would have been like around here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse?
Oh, in your stream.
On my stream, yes.
On your stream, okay.
Yeah, but you guys would have been about here. I don't know if, but
okay.
just past the lip of where it starts to do that like bendy upward and away thing. There's a word for this. I can't remember, but you guys would have been about here. So you swiped a security card while you were on the fourth floor and went back down to the main floor. So while you were on the main floor, you can't take an elevator below until you walk over to to the only elevator that goes to the sub level. There's only one, not counting the stairs, in which case security gets weird. But you guys, I believe you had said you took the elevators.
Mm-hmm.
So what I had done last time is just like skipped to where you were on the first sub level. That has to be, there's a slight change. You guys got to the end, got to the bottom of the first floor here, and as you were moving across, that's where I would like to pick up. So you, I don't think we have to like retcon / rewind a whole hell of a lot, but you would land on the main floor. You would see that security guard, what's his name? What are they called? The fire ants? Yeah, yes. You'd see the fire ant who is positioned at the door, who was like standing guard or whatever. But as you get there, you can see the front walls, or like the main front wall area is all like glass paneling, right? It's glass paneling and a very, very fancy, elaborate glass door. It's like exactly the type of ostentatious kind of modern bougie aesthetic that every corporation has in like a big city, right? So you can see outside, and you can see that there are bodies in the streets, like people pressed shoulder to shoulder, and it is just chaos. When you hit the bottom of the elevator and you exit out of the elevator, you can see people pressed not right up to the glass, but pretty dang close. And that fire ant is getting really antsy. Like he's holding he has that. It's like a flame. It looks like a flamethrower, but it is not. It is very distinctly not. It is like a sonic cannon. It was something that they had used or had been seen using way back during like, I think the Hotel Hell arc. But he's holding it a little antsy and like he has like half a step forward in his posture. But he's not looking at you guys. He's looking out the front door, and just trying to smoothly walk past him is going to be the first like challenge here, because you gotta at least casually get by. So if y'all would not mind, those of you who are physically in person. Let me grab one of these sheets so I can see what the fucking skills are in this game again. Can you make me you can either do discipline or you can do deception.
I will gladly take discipline.
Yeah, and you can go ahead and make it at 2 purple.
I don't think my odds are very good.
Iris, are you muted?
I evened out.
Perfectly balanced.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Alright, I gotta husband to shut up. I'll be right back.
Iris, are you there?
Iris is in the call. Iris is currently muted in Discord.
And in PlayStation.
Want to know what just randomly popped in my head that has absolutely nothing to do with anything here? But the moment that I was like, okay, let me like mute myself so that these people can play. Fucking the Blue song by Paris.
I don't know that song. Not by name, at least. Oh. Oh my god.
Z's mental soundtrack. I feel like that's a very common reoccurring song in the no thoughts head empty. Iris left the call.
Iris.
Iris is back.
Hello.
Iris.
Hello.
Am I here?
You
I can
need
barely-
to roll
Discipline.
discipline or deception.
Discipline, I know.
Okay.
Also, Iris, please get closer to your mic for the love of God.
Your mic quality is good. It's just quiet.
Good. Quiet.
You said 2 purple, right?
Yes. Oh, I get
Well,
those three.
shit.
Perfect. So
No.
how do you manage to not quite keep a convincing like I belong here kind of stride as you move across the aisleway? I would like to offer both of you the chance to narrate just like what little thing tips off the fire ant that like, hey, wait, they're not supposed to be here.
Iris, I have an idea.
Okay. Let's hear it.
What if Kaya trips and bumps into Lockhart?
Sure.
And that kind of draws attention in that way. Would that work, Joe?
Yeah, sure. So like you all are moving across. You have to cross this front entrance area to get to the elevator to get down. And as you're walking across, there's like it's kind of like the basketball court noise of like feet kind of like the skirt, like your shoes kind of as you're hustling across the tile floor, and you're just kind of like not actually rushing each other, but just like, come on, we gotta fucking go, we gotta go. And you can hear the commotion outside, the crazy music. Like it is a full-blown rock show party, like turned to 11. I would dare say even turned to 12. And as you are hustling outside, kind of looking out and also trying to keep an eye on the fire ant, you both look in opposite directions in that one moment where Lockhart is looking at the fire ant and Kaya is looking outside, and then your feet cross and both of you start to stumble, and you don't fall and like eat shit super hard, but you stumble and kind of awkwardly tumble forward, which causes the fire ant to both like turn to you and realize like, wait, why are you down here? Because this area is like liminal transport area. This is not where people just kind of go. But the fire ant looks and you are already past security in one direction, so he looks up and looks at you guys. With you, by the way, is also Marcus. He has joined your crew, and then I believe
Sprite and
Valerie and Sprite.
Yep.
Valerie is the first name. V. Sorry.
We have literally everyone specialized in melee here.
That's true. Oh, you're right. You have the full melee group.
Yeah.
why? Tell me why? Because I did not remember the name. The first thing that came to mind was Mama Locke, and that was like, nope, that's not true. Lockhart would kill me.
Not inaccurate though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not inaccurate.
It's yeah. She is kind of a mommy, but as you stumble and like the fire ant turns and looks at you, you hear that like kind of scratchy speaker voice of like through the helmet, just like he turns. There's not like a nod, like a tilt of the head, but he gestures to the front door and he's like, "All right, make your way out." Just assuming that you are leaving.
I have an idea, but I don't know how to tell the party this. But
Pop off.
What is the idea?
the idea is Marcus is leading us somewhere. He was told to take us somewhere, essentially.
Go for it. You introduce the idea and Marcus is going. You're gonna have to rely on Marcus to successfully convince everyone else. Or convince the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Marcus, we need you to exude golden retriever energy in this moment.
Yeah, we're just following where we're supposed to go. Where were you leading us?
You turn to Marcus, Marcus was not in the front. He was kind of in the middle of the pack, and you look at him, and there is a moment of like me. And I'm gonna roll cool for Marcus. That went about as well as you would expect.
Oh no.
So you look and Marcus like is just silent for a second. The fire ant's looking at him. You're looking at him, and he just goes, the archive. We're going to the archive." And he's gonna roll deception.
Ugh.
The archive is a real place in the building. He did not make up a location. The digital archive is in the sublevel, which is in the direction you're heading. All of this is factually true. But the fire, like the delay in his voice and the like hesitancy when he first spoke up, and the is not selling it to the fire ant. The fire ant just like looks and turns, and he takes a step forward and he is blocking the way. He is fully in front of you now, and he like looks at all of you and he just goes, "You're all digital security experts. Why do you need to go to the archive?" The archive, mind you, actually none of you would know this. Legacy would know this. The digital archive is where they keep all of their experimentation and records and stuff like that. That's where all of the classified documentation would go, or digital classified documentation.
Fortunately, Legacy is in the system already. She cannot help. While they're figuring out what to do, Joe. Can I roll physical dice?
Yeah, if you have them.
Yeah.
You may.
Rediscovered them again when I was putting dice into my boxes.
Nice.
Just not been able to roll them in a very long time.
I wish I had the brain space to be able to like roll this kind of dice physically?
It's not too hard because I get in the habit of I roll and then I reshuffle doing the math visually. Like, okay, there's 2 on this, and then move this. Okay, now there's 2 that are the opposite. Get rid of those.
Okay, you have a system.
I don't just stare at a pool of dice and like try to like add them up and subtract them in my head. I move the actual dice.
It's very satisfying to do that.
It feels like using like an abacus or some shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Lockhart, Kaya, what do you say?
Well, is it just this one? Like, how many people are here? Can you
It's just, as far as you could tell, it's the one guy.
just the one guy? Okay.
Huh?
Well, we could double down and bullshit some more.
Is there a blind spot in any of the cameras that are here?
In this current spot you're standing, no.
Well,
Is there somewhere nearby?
There is a legacy in the system.
yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how you want to run this, Joe. Because Legacy is technically in the system, and Legacy has been given the job of fuck shit up as she goes.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you want me to like roll something and see if Legacy like conveniently does something interesting in the moment or not.
So I will say you are able to monitor. You can't tell where they are, but Legacy would have effectively a screen, or rather, Legacy would be able to glean where Lockhart and Kaya, or not Lockhart, well, not that she realizes this, but she could tell where Locke and Kaya are because they have the little transponders.
Oh my god.
Those little transponders, you are able to pinpoint where those are on which floor they are present. At least I would say that with your current like rudimentary level access, you could easily do that. You can't tell where they are on that level, but you could say like, oh, okay, they have to be on this floor because the signal is too low up here and too low down here. So they are somewhere on the first floor or the second floor or the subfloor, etc.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
So I have an idea. And I don't know how difficult it would be, but wouldn't the cameras be technically like one of the first things we'd want kind of secured if possible?
I had 2 things that I was going to have
Yes.
Legacy do because Legacy was going to try and kill cameras if she came across them. But also, there has to be some sort of semi-networked alarm system.
Yes. So
Can she just yank the noisemaker?
So just fucking make the alarm go off?
Yeah, kill the cameras, and priority 2, just make the alarms in the building start going. Cause noise, because then thought process, if you guys do get in a fight, as long as there's not gunfire. If you've ever been underneath a fucking like fire alarm or something that's really loud, you're not gonna hear somebody getting punched.
So I will.
That's one way to stealth.
Let me do this really quick because I want to
Stealth loudly.
have.
Look, you guys are like, hey, we're gonna cover it with chaos and panic, and Legacy heard that and is like, okay, bet.
Lacey is chaos.
Yep.
I add text to this thing.
But again, I fully am prepared any time I'm like throwing in bullshit, Joe, for you to tell me no. Simply because I do know that there is the weird time dilation and Legacy doing other things.
That's totally fair. What you have access to right now let me... I meant to do this earlier, but I didn't.
Life of a DM. I knew this was going to be a good idea. I knew I needed to do this at some point. Did I do it before the session started? No. I'm going to do it right now.
God, story of my fucking
Exactly.
life.
It's perfect.
Did I, in my head, kind of prepare half of what I needed? Yes. Did I finish doing what I needed? No. Do I have the pictures? Yes. Did I make the tokens? No. Do I know where I saved the map? Yes. Did I actually put it in the system? No.
So I'm making a little, like, map for you, Legacy.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just forgot. I have a talent. I could have re-rolled that fucking discipline check.
You can re-roll it if you want.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Lockhart failed too.
And
Would've got
Marcus.
caught anyways. Yeah. It's too late. Gotta remember though. For next time.
Why you do me like this? Ugh. I have heard too many of your like little demon gremlin noises, Joe, because I did not make those noises before I started hanging out with you.
You're welcome. So for you, Legacy, Ready. Feed. I need to get your token. Doop boop boop doo. How do I move just you to this map? Let me actually configure this. Can I just drag you? Whoops. Oh shit. I made a huge miscalculation with the thing. Pause for 1 second. Here we go. I'm just gonna activate it. So you can see the map here. Or at least part of it. While it loads. I need to go here, there.
Whoa.
Yes. So, Legacy, you have right now access to the lights and the temperature control. If you wanted to get access to the alarm system or the security feed, or emergency, what's it called? Sprinklers. Fire alarm. There we go. So if you wanted to access the fire alarm or like the actual like intruder alert sort of thing, like a silent alarm or the actual like loud alarm, you could do that, but you would have to roll a check to overcome the basic security system in the way.
Also reading through my shit. Barriers are not going to be useful. Sentries not going to be useful. Gates not going to be useful. Only breakers are going to be useful here.
Oh yeah, by the way, reminder. Legacy has activated Corroder Icebreaker.
Hi, yes, thank
Yes.
you. That is important. Degrades the strength of the ice, even if it's attempting to break through it. Needless to say. Override strength of 4. When the corroder is active, the runner may spend from a check to break ice to reduce the strength of ice the runner is attempting to break by 1 to a minimum of 1 until the end of the encounter. Okay.
Whoops. I just hit a button that I don't know what it does. Never mind, it just refreshed my page. It's fine.
This is so cool.
So, I guess, because she's already yoinked the lights.
Yes.
She's still, I will argue, she's like in the process of like chaos control or like unleashing chaos before she goes into deep diving for information.
Uh-huh.
Which means, just in my head, as the warning for everybody, that once she goes deep diving, she probably would have told them that before they headed over. Like, when she goes deep diving, like, she might yoink something if she passes it and happens to think about it, but once she has unleashed a certain amount of chaos, she's focusing on information.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna go for the alarm system.
Uh-huh.
I'm
gonna need my
cameras.
Sheet. Where is my little
I need to pull
roleplay PDF?
Find this. So my computer's hacking is what's going to be needed here.
Mm-hmm. And you are going to be making this check at difficulty 3. But because of your icebreaker, I think it reduces it by 1 or downgrades it.
Hold on, let me get to this to double check. I have it copied into my sheet, but not everything copied perfectly, so I need to recheck it. I can spend advantage on a check to break ice to reduce the strength of the ice that I am trying to break by 1.
Gotcha.
That's that. But let me double check my talents here. Here's where we start getting into all the stupid shit. A custom code. Whenever I use an icebreaker to override, I automatically add an advantage.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's not going to be useful here. I'm going through and opening the talents that are useful. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. There's a lot of hacking stuff here. Where is...
I can have 2 icebreakers active at once thanks to Code Slinger. Or is not.
Oh, breaking ice is an average computer's check, and you need to exceed the strength of the barrier. That's what it is. And you can use your icebreaker against it.
Yeah. So like if it's a strength 4, I can, if I get a couple of advantages, then I can downgrade it to 3, so I only need 3 success.
Gotcha.
Checks the hex system and secured network. this considered hacking a system?
Yes.
Distinctive style. Before rolling, my character can use this talent to add 2 success, and I think that's 2 disadvantage. Okay. That's not that. Okay, got everything pulled up that I need. So I'm going to upgrade this twice, and I will upgrade the negative once. So average is 2. 3.
Gotcha.
Woo! No, come back here. Look, I lost my die. There it is. And get one of these, and okay. Freaking rolling. I forgot what it's like to be rolling like 8 dice in one time.
Huh.
4, 6, 7. That'll cancel out. That'll cancel out. I have 2 success, 1 threat.
2 success and 1 threat. So with 2 success, what does your icebreaker do?
So Corroder, I imagine she is like, if she is in this like semi-physical space,
Mm-hmm.
it is essentially her just tossing almost like a pot of acid on whatever wall or barrier is in front of her, and it just eating away.
Yeah, I imagine like because when you are full dived in the system now, like the chip that is Tetsuo in cyberspace is identical to every other chip. Like there's nothing distinguishing about it, but you know where it is by virtue of the nodes and like all of the information you're able to process. And so when you come up to an ice, the actual ice, the barrier that you're looking at, it seems at first like there's nothing there. Like it seems transparent. And then you realize that it is like a dark window, or not a dark window, like a dark mirror. And behind it, you're able to perceive just the lightest bit of something glinting. And so you like open up Corroder and start to try to eat away at the barrier. This to get access to the alarm system, it is a strength of 5. So with 2 successes, it will take time. But you can do it. It will just take you a little bit. But you're in a time dilated sort of sphere. So while like this could have happened while they were moving downstairs and like in that kind of weird interim. So I will let you attempt this check twice more.
Okay. Well, if I am attempting again, I will also activate another talent that lets me have 2 ice functioning at the same time. Normally I can only have one. Or 2 icebreakers, I should say.
Yes.
And corroders affects barriers. Do I want... I'm gonna go ahead and gamble a bit.
Gambling is good.
Simply so that I can feel a little safer. Is it good on one hand? Yes. Is it bad on the other hand? Yes. I also activate Femme Fatale, which
What's that?
essentially once per encounter while I have it active, that being the key part of it, while I have it active, I can use a story point to automatically succeed a check. While it is active, you can also use a story point to automatically add a threat to one of my results. It's only once. So you can use your, like, if you have a story point to use, you can throw it at me until it has been used. Or until I have used it, I should say.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And it affects sentries, so it helps against that shit if it pops up.
That will come up in the lower levels. So you're not using that to automatically succeed this right now. You're just getting that ready.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's my oh shit button at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have other oh shit buttons, but that one's the first one. Okay, let's try this again. You said it is a difficult or a strength of 5 currently.
Yes. But Corroder will bring that down to 4.
That will cancel, that will cancel, that will cancel. That is actually 4. 4 successes, nil on the rest of it.
Perfect. So with that, you're able to access the system. Like, you have access to the alarms, the security camera feed, and the emergency sprinklers. But as that happens, the the actual defense team is going to try to trace you.
Do I get any type of advantages and such because of the DDoS?
Yes, you will get advantages, or rather, they will get penalties. So it's going to be a contested roll, your hacking skill against their sysops. So their sysops is going to make you can roll a hacking check, and you can add a blue to it. And this is going to be a red and 2 purple.
Red, 2 purple. I will also throw out for you. I have Net Hunter, which gives me an additional trace.
Oh, so they have to trace you 5 times.
Well, that is a lot.
Huh?
That is 1 success, 2 threat.
1 success and 2 threat. So I will use 2 threat to give you strain while you are like keeping them out. But you're keeping the hackers at bay. You know, like, they know that you're here, and you know that they know. But you also haven't really been trying to be quiet about this. You're kind of going in and just wreaking havoc.
Yeah, she's not going to believe. She's going to be quiet when she hits lower level stuff.
Mm-hmm. So as you are like basically just rotting the outside wall of their cybernetic or cyber defenses, you start to see, like, as like from the darkness inside of this chip, there are little threads that start to weave. Like, you know, the old Windows screensaver that was like pipes, and the pipes just kind of move at harsh right angles? It's that. It's like that. It's just little tracing lines that move at like very quickly and at these hard right angles, and they will like zip through the air. And as they get closer and closer to you, you're able to like just weave around them so that the traces dip and zip around you. They're not moving like bullet speed, at least not yet. But you now have access to the alarm system, cameras, and emergency sprinklers. What exactly would you do when you get access to these things?
If she can figure out what the cameras are gone. And she's not even like rerouting them, like for like the lights. I imagine she's like pulled something. I think this is lights. Let me turn it upside down and plug it back in and see what happens to like make them flicker. This, she is yanking it, and if she can figure out how to break it, she will break it. If it's going to cause too much like time and brain power, she won't break it, but she is not even trying to reroute.
It's easy enough to break it. It's extremely noticeable. Like to the people in who are standing in the lobby, like as you are talking to this fire ant, y'all can roll me. What is the skill? Perception. At 2 purple.
I believe I have a thing to help that, if I remember correctly.
I believe you do.
Wait, what's happening?
Real life people are rolling a perception check.
Ah,
Two
okay.
purple.
Okay.
At 2 purple. One success and an advantage. Lockhart. Holy shit. 2 successes.
You should have gotten 2 blue with that too, by the way, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, that's fine. One success is all you need for this, because you're looking around, like, as this fire ant is questioning you. Locke notices, Lockhart, you notice right as she notices, and Kaya, you notice also. There's like a dome where the security cameras are, that kind of opaque black sphere or hemisphere. And there's a red and blue light that just kind of glows dimly from somewhere inside that sphere. It's very hard to tell where the camera is looking, but you can tell that it is on. At least it was on. So like you notice that the lights just wink out.
And you said there's no one else in this room currently?
Not that you can tell. There's the one fire ant, and then like if I had to draw this office area, just to give you an idea, it's like, oh, that is impossibly difficult to see. How do I change my ink color?
I was trying to figure that out the other day too.
I don't know why.
MS Paint. MS Paint.
You would need, here, wait. So you have here, and then there's like front, and then there's some kind of
it's the cogwheel.
Door.
Pencil, cogwheel, stroke color.
Cogwheel?
Drawing tools, configure drawing.
Oh! Thank God. So this needs to be. Get rid of all that. Okay. So you have the back wall.
Oh my God.
Elevators are down here. You guys came out of this one. Hallway. And then there's this main thoroughfare area.
Mhm.
This is where the front of the building is.
Uh-huh.
Inside the front of the building, there is a door right here that leads to like a front desk where you would get a security badge and, you know, make sure that you're properly your paperwork is properly taken care of. The security checkpoint you went through is right here. The fire ant is there. The security camera is here on the wall. And there's no other room that you can see over here, and then the elevator you need to get to is over there.
Well, if there's no one here and he's like standing right there and we're here.
Yeah. There could be people in here, but you can't see them.
And
has the alarm started going off yet, or no? You were just messing with the cameras first.
Yeah, cameras first. Alarm comes next from Legacy if she can figure out how to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, regardless, Lockhart's option is punch here. So if the cameras are down and she doesn't notice anyone,
Could send a Larry to scout that space if there's people there?
that's a good point.
Well, you have actually, you know what? We're gonna go into I'm gonna drag
Iris,
whoops.
what are you doing?
Iris.
Not that.
I didn't click anything.
That.
Iris,
and
flipped a DM point.
that.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, I have a thought.
Oh?
Okay, so Lockhart has a mini Larry, yes?
Lockhart what?
Has a mini Larry, has Leo.
Yeah.
Yes, she has Leo.
Where is Big Larry?
With Kaya.
So you have Big Larry with you?
I assume so.
Yes.
Do you have other mini Larrys?
Sentient ones? No. But the swap Bluetooth connection from Big Larry to the Swarm, I assume yes?
So, this is a proposal for using one of our points. Because we have a Cosmic who is not really doing much of anything right now, right? What if Cosmic has an oh shit button from Kaya of like, oh no, we need something. And just taps Larry on the head and it patches Cosmic through to control a mini Larry.
It's like what we did with Bengetti a while back at Hotel Hell. We gave him the Swarm.
It's a drone command so that Cosmic's a video game player. He should be able to fucking
Cosmic
control.
and Bengetti are gonna fight over control of the Swarm. You know it.
That would be if all of you are okay, and if that is a minimal or is it a minimal? I don't know the word I'm looking for. To you, Joe, as a payment for a story point.
Payment for a story point to do what? I was setting up a thing.
We spend a story point for like an ex machina type thing that Kaya has Larry with her.
Yes.
And Cosmic, Kaya can switch off main Larry to have the mini Larrys that are non-sentient, and Cosmic can control the mini Larrys when she turns Big Larry off.
Oh, so you can you want to be able to give cosmic access to Larry, the Larry swarm.
Yeah, the
basically.
Larry swarm. Does Big Larry have to be turned off? Because I know last time that
No,
wasn't.
he's both. He's like
Yeah,
kind of always active, but you can pilot him.
yeah. Okay, so could we do that?
If you want to, yeah, if you want to spend a story point to have like retroactively set up a remote control Larry situation so that Cosmic is able to participate and help remotely.
Yeah, I'd be down. Iris, you good?
Sure.
Cool. Um, just make me think back to Hotel Hell, the chaos Vengetti did with the swarm, giving that to Cosmic, who can probably control it a lot better. And then I imagine Vengetti would be backseat piloting. Because they are in the same space, right?
We are in agreement. Spend a story point so that Cosmic can do that, and then Cosmic can take a mini Larry to go check.
Okay. So, because we are kind of moving in a very, very fast way, I want to switch to a turn order for just a minute, and we'll kind of keep this turn order going so that I can keep track of who needs to do what and who's reacting.
Yeah, that's fair.
So y'all can go ahead and click onto the combat tab and roll initiative if you so choose. It doesn't really matter if you roll it or not, because it's your turns are already accounted for by the nature of like you are the ones in initiative, and you can choose who goes when. But I figured I would allow you all the ability to roll, because if you have talents and stuff to do stuff.
I do not.
I don't see where to roll combat.
On combat encounters? The crossed swords?
Yep. I don't see anything.
Really? Huh.
I just saw like a dice on the right next to one of the friendly slots, and I just clicked that.
I don't see anything.
Weird.
That's not good.
No.
Yep, about what I expected.
No.
Fast.
Which thing do you want me to roll?
If you roll, you can roll. I forget the rules for whether it's vigilance or cool. I think cool is if you're expecting it, and vigilance is if you're surprised.
Yes.
So you can go ahead and roll cool, because Legacy is expecting things to go bad.
That is probably, judging by how they're running this, 2.5.
2 points. So a success.
2 successes, 1 advantage.
Nice. That would be 2.1.
2.1.
Yeah. This is nice. Okay. So we're gonna go. Boop. So, at the top of the round, we're going to say that Legacy had turned off the cameras. But who is going next between Lockhart and Kaya?
Lockhart,
you could
I
also
assume.
forfeit it to an NPC.
Like I already told you my plan here, so unless someone else has a better idea, it's gonna be headbang to the desk.
Well, unfortunately, all my ideas involve lying, which Kaya cannot do.
None of us can.
Yeah. except Sprite. But so I'm just like, dude, if you want to punch, go ahead and take the slot to punch.
I'm gonna take the slot to punch then. Fuck it.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your attack.
Yay. Probably. And because she's going first, quick strike triggers here.
Uh-huh.
And what else? You can add a stun quality to their brawl checks. Natural. Nope, okay. So I will... Oh, brass knuckles. How many purples?
It's 2 purple.
2 purples? Okay.
Damn.
Nice. So with brass knuckles, 10 damage. You are not able to crit, but you do get a single success.
1 second.
So you like get ready, and I'll take what you said before. You're gonna put the head of the dude into the security scanning equipment, just like bring his fucking dome down onto it.
Yep.
He is wearing a very, very heavy helmet because he is a fire ant. You like step forward, and like while he's looking at someone else, you very quickly like lean back, and in one fluid motion, as you are leaning back, you grab the edge of his head and bring all your body weight down and smash him into the security scanner, and it dents the helmet. He will soak a good bit of damage, but you will still deal quite a bit to him.
And just a heads up, I have knockout punch.
What's that do?
So I add the stun quality to my brawl combat checks, equal to 2 plus my coordination. My coordination is 3.
Gotcha. So he
Stun
is
5.
stunned 3, stun 5.
Stun 5.
What does stun do?
Good question. It's been forever since I added this to my sheet. Let me double check.
Not modifiers, qualities.
Stun should do strain.
Ooh, what a fucking headache.
Yep.
Stun.
Fucking ow.
Stun quality. When stun quality is activated, yeah, it inflicts strain equal to the stun rating. So it inflict 4 damage and 5 strain.
And generally, NPCs have less strain, and they can't soak any strain, which is the benefit of stun.
Mm-hmm. So I'll say with that amount of stun, and with the like the fact you did a good chunk of his health in one good sweep, you rang his bell real hard. Like you can hear, or not hear, but you can feel like as you bring the helmet down, the helmet is big. It's a bulky helmet. And you smash it into the machine. He's not knocked out, but you dented the machine, you dented the helmet, you hit him really hard, and you rang his bell, like I said. He's really rattled. And when you do that, it now all bets are off. So you've claimed that friendly slot. That would be...
Oh, you want me to click it?
No, you don't have to. As long as I just keep track of the turn order. One of these enemy turns is for digital people in Tetsuo, and one of them is for the concert outside. and the NPCs that are friendly to the concert outside will go in the NPC slot. But this dude is going to take the next one. He like is really, really rattled and hurt. He's going to carefully turn upward, and he's just, and now immediately looks like he would hit the alarm if he could, but he does not. He's going to go for the gun, and he's going to try to shoot you, Lockhart. That's going to be...
Reminder, it's more difficult because he is in combat melee range with a gun.
Yes. Yeah. So in melee range, I think the difficulty is 3 or 4. Can't quite remember.
What up?
This one.
Most all this shit in the Alexander sheet should still apply. Engage. Engage with range.
Joe, you didn't remove this stuff from Weird, right? For the cheat sheet.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Engaged with range increases the difficulty by 1. So if it's a short range weapon, it would go up to 2.
Okay.
If it's a medium range, it would go up to 3.
Gotcha. This is a medium range weapon. It uses the stats of a shotgun except for the range increment, but that will make it go up to 3. Yeah, you're just gonna roll and see what happens. It did not roll the skill. You fucking kidding me right now? Okay, here we go. I want this. Jeez. Okay, so he completely whiffed. With no threats, he rolled even. So you slam his head, and he just presses down on the trigger. Which, if you like, Lockhart, you know about these weapons. These they're sort of like sonic disruptors. They're meant to be less lethal.
Like a heat gun, right?
It's like a heat gun that irritates the shit out of your skin and like blasts your ears. But he just pulls down on the trigger, and being this close to it, there's a reason why they wear head protection. It lets out this like shrill, like whistling noise, like a train whistle almost, except it's extremely high pitched. You hear this like a really hot steam of air go off, and it doesn't hit you, but out of the barrel of the gun, there is like a warbling, like heat wave effect that distorts the image of anything, like as you're looking through it, anything on the other side of where the beam is coming out of is distorted very, very heavily. And it like crushes and starts to scuttle the surface of the tile, and he hits it, like it tilts up and scrapes the wall, and it leaves a mark everywhere it hits. And they just shoot that at people. That's meant to be fired into crowds.
Jesus.
And he completely whiffs on it, which gives that's his entire turn. It is going to be the hacker's turn, which I'll say that they had already rolled that because Legacy's turn kind of happened already. So this friendly initiative slot, Kaya, do you want it?
Sure.
Okay, what's the plan?
Tire
iron. So he still has that like weird heat gun thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be really fun though?
Yes.
How convenient would it be if Kaya could break that?
It'd be pretty convenient.
I have a talent called How Convenient.
Yeah, perfect.
So once per session, your character can use the talent to make a hard mechanics check. If successful, one device involved in the encounter spontaneously fails. This can be because your character's actions, or can simply be incredibly convenient timing. I'm gonna say that, yeah, Kaya can see this thing, can see how it's constructed, and can try to go for a weak point. She knows about it. So that's a mechanics roll, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Hard 3 burples.
3 burple.
3 burples. Where the fuck is mechanics? Every time I open my sheet, it fucking recalibrates. Okie doke. Fucking pray.
Hey! A triumph.
Let's fucking go.
You, like, because the dude's, like, partially on the ground. He's not like laid out flat, but he's bent over, and so the gun, as he's like kind of just pulling on the trigger, is closer to the floor. So you you are not like a martial artist in any regard, but you know how to kick something. So you lean back and kick out with your boot, because you know the end nozzle has this kind of, like, you see not a loose screw, but you see what looks to be like a kind of pin that holds 2 parts of the machine work of the nozzle together, and you just kick it really fucking hard. And your plan was to dislodge the pin so that some part of the gun came undone and it started to disassemble. But you just kick it really fucking hard, and the whole nozzle just bends. It just bends at like a 45-degree angle, so the gun is not at all. It still makes like a horrifying noise and disrupting heat waves, but it does not shoot it out in a beam, nor does it shoot straight anymore. You turned it from, like, imagine a hose in full blast, like laser pointing mode, being switched to mist mode. So you kick the nozzle of it and it bends. Now there's like heat waves being disrupted everywhere, which, just holding your hand and your foot in the area, it's very hot, and it prickles the inside of your shoe. But you're not hurt in any way. And the gun is completely fracked. Which, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Can't you spend triumphs?
I would like to do that. How can use triumph again?
You can recover strain. For a triumph, you can do just about anything you want. Like, you can recover strain, you can add blue to the next character, inflict a critical injury, though that's more if you're attacking, I think.
I'll say, if you want, because you had mentioned this earlier, if you want to use your triumph, you can have Larry, like, as a free action, you can have him enter swarm mode, or you can have him zip over really quickly into the front office room to see if there's anybody there. One of the two. Unless you have another idea.
Anyone have any other ideas?
No, that's going to be useful.
Yeah. All right. I would say zip over, just to see if there's anyone else there, because if there's more fire ants over there, that'd be nice to know.
Gotcha.
Put a chair in front of the door.
Yeah, just put a chair in front of the door.
So how do you tell Larry to go check out the other room? Do you just point and say, Larry, go? I choose you.
Hide and seek.
Use hide and seek. Nah, imagine it's like right after she fucking kicks the shit out of this gun. She kind of like points to Larry. It's like, hey bud, can you go see if there's anyone else over there?
Gotcha. So you like nod to the door, and Larry, without missing a beat, just tucks his manipulators in and zips over there really fast.
Quietly.
He doesn't make any noise when he flies.
Yeah, but like, I don't want him to zip right into a fucking door or wall.
Easy.
Yeah. Stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Z, for the reminder.
Quietly. So Larry zips over there and buzzes around the corner. At this point, there's been a lot of noise outside of Larry. It is now Locke's turn. Locke is going to step up. And like with no hesitation, like at this point, oh, okay, this is what I was brought along to do. So Locke steps up and swings her foot way above her head and brings it straight down on top of the dude. And she is just going to axe kick him. Where's her she?
I ask you a question. But
Oh, she's way better at this than I thought.
Axe kicks.
Holy shit. That's about what I expected. Yeah, so she walks up and swings her foot up, and like the dude's not, again, he's kind of on the ground, or at least slightly bent at the waist, so he's closer to the ground. But when she walks up and swings her foot up and then brings it down on top of the helmet and pushes it onto the floor, there is like a crunch from the tile breaking, and the helmet caves in on the other side, and the dude goes still. He is done.
Gross.
And then Valerie looks at you both and just goes, "Go." And just nods her head to the elevator.
Doesn't need to be told twice. Let's go. Lockhart's already going, checking around the corner, make sure no one's popping their head out.
You check around the corner. Just as Larry comes back out of the room, Larry zips back out from the door and looks at you, Kaya, and then whispers something, and you can't fucking hear what he said.
Not that quiet.
He points, and you can see over his shoulder, like as he points and as he says this, two front desk attendants, they rush out, and they like he says just like, "I see people." And there's these two attendants, they run out and they look at you and they are horrified, and they look at the fire ant and they're even more horrified, and then they look out at the only way out of the building and they look like they are going to pass out.
Let me
Intimidation?
Yeah, Marcus and Sprite also can do an intimidation. There's a whole crew there.
I feel like Kaya just sees this, looks at him, looks at fire that's on the floor, crumpled, looks to the terrified people, kind of just shuffles her ball cap a little bit. Yeah, he tripped.
Oh my god.
Sprite bends down and like Sprite bends down, grabs something off of the fire ant and just points it at the two women, and she's just like, "Get in the corner. Just get in the corner." And then they both freak out. They throw their hands up and they start to back away into the corner. Marcus has like you turn to Marcus, and Marcus has his hands on his head, like not pulling his hair out, but almost. You guys start to make your way over to the elevator, and you walk over. The lower floor's elevator is very obviously different from the others. It has the security scan at the button, so it will not work unless you have a card, which you do. So you swipe it, and there's the button for the first floor lights up, like it's going to take you to the first sub level, and as you swipe it, the elevator opens up. There's no one inside. There is a security camera, there is a security camera sphere in the corner of this elevator, but there's no light on inside it either. I'm going to mark that Sprite now has a handgun.
Oh boy.
I have to have 3 NPC sheets open at all times.
Thank you for our militia, Joe.
See, he complains, but this is deep in his commie heart. The dream, starting a revolution.
Sci-fi revolution, let's fucking go.
Three. Whoops. Did I put that on the wrong sheet? Where did that go? God damn it. Oh, okay, it's here. I was on the wrong tab. Sorry, while I futz around with these goddamn NPC sheets, you wait on the elevator dings. There's enough room for all of you to get in. Like, you're all going down, right? Unless you want anyone to stay here.
No.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
We got the crew.
So you are the elevator door is about to close, and you hear two things. First, you hear the sound of glass shattering, and when the glass shatters, music just explodes into the room. Like it was not dead quiet, but by comparison, from sealed glass to unsealed glass, there's so much noise. There's like it sounds like you went from sitting in your living room and watching TV to in a THX theater during like an explosions action demo of noise. There's rock music, there's like shouting and screaming, there's distant gunfire and like the sound of just general crowd noise. And you also hear like even more glass breaking. Like initially it sounds like, oh, okay, someone threw something through a window. And then you hear like the sound of just the whole, what sounds like front doors and everything breaking. And somebody, like just before the doors close, you hear somebody like shouting and giving orders. You hear like, Kaya and, or not Kaya, they are still like Ben Getty and Lockhart employees from way back when, right? So they're running and trying to get out. You make it to the first floor, or the subfloor 1 maintenance like vertical hallway. It's not really a hallway, but you know, whatever. You make it to the maintenance shaft. Opening it up, it is a spiral staircase that goes around a pillar. The pillar has cables that run up and along it, and then along the walls there are also junction boxes and cables that run in and out of them. Presumably through each floor. Like there are so many wires and cables that are bundled in groups. There's like, if you wanted to take the time to decipher the really, really complex code of everything in here, you would be able to figure out like, oh, okay, these are networking, these are for power, these ones are for this thing, these ones are for that thing. But there are so many different cables like moving in and around and through this area. But you are more than able to get to a lower level. As you are moving, though, Locke reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder, Lockhart. She says, "We need to make sure that we have a way out.
Is she referring more to like the elevator or through this shaft?
Through this shaft. She seems more convinced that this maintenance shaft is going to be a safer exit. Not faster, but safer.
So you'd rather go through the crowds?
She narrows her eyes and just goes, I would rather avoid metal box where I can't defend myself. If the security teams get a hold of that box and they emergency stop the elevator, then we are going to be sitting there like ducks waiting to be shot.
Fair point. Let me roll with something real quick.
Uh-huh.
Lockhart will take Valerie's advice and recommend it to the party.
What exactly is she recommending?
Taking the elevator down and then using the shaft to get out, essentially. Correct?
Yeah, using the maintenance shaft as your escape route in emergency.
Okay, but there's who knows how many people all using the same single elevator? How are we supposed to use it without one getting caught or two wasting a lot of time?
I have a really stupid idea.
Oh god, please don't be what I think it is.
Well, if someone's injured, they'd get priority to get out, wouldn't they?
And Thor and Loki bullshit me.
Locke, like, staring, is like kind of hesitant. And Sprite puts a hand to their chin and just goes, I like the way you think. I can get behind this.
And what if a good Samaritan tries to get us to the first floor? You know where we're supposed to be going with Ninja Person?
There are, what, 6 of us, right? 2, 5. There are 5 of us in a very small elevator. And we, pointing to herself and Locke, we look like security detail.
Locke looks at you and raises an eyebrow, like silently implying, like, I am security detail.
Point. Point. We intimidate them to back the fuck off. Is the kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, who wants to be the victim?
Sprite looks at Marcus.
This is so fucking stupid.
I just want to say for the record that I'm not a good actor. Sprite holds up their hand. I volunteer as tribute.
Fucking course you do. You guys sure we want to do this? Like, we could just use this fucking maintenance shaft. It's right here.
No, Lockhart is really trusting Valerie here. And She doesn't look like she's changing her mind.
You can literally tell Valerie, because you hired her. You can order her. And she would absolutely respect it.
Fucking.
I'll say above table, I'm fine either way, but Kaya's like, this is theatrics for no fucking reason.
That's why Sprite's excited about
it. Like, what if...
All we need to do is, like, have a cut or some shit. Something that looks worse than it actually is kind of Lockhart's thought process here.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be any sort of anything serious. It just needs to look bad.
You know, keep forgetting how fucking stubborn you are. All right.
Hey, hold on. I can give myself a black eye.
No, don't. You. She's gonna fucking poke Lockhart in the fucking chest.
What?
Yeah, next time coffee's on you.
Is this really the time?
Yes. She's gonna pull out her fucking med kit.
Is there something sharp we could use to make a cut?
That's why she's pulling out the med kit.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
With a med kit, it would be even easier.
Yeah, Kaya's gonna go for a head wound. Because it bleeds a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And a cut above the temple and enough acting. It'll bleed a lot. It won't be serious. And a head wound's pretty serious, need medical attention.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya's gonna be like, don't fucking give yourself a black eye. Jesus fucking Christ.
Locke will reach out and, like, put a hand on your shoulder, Kai, and be like, we should wait until we're exiting to do this. Otherwise, you're just gonna get blood on her eyes. And then Sprite will cross their arms and say, their eyes. Thank you very much.
You want to risk people seeing this? Seeing us put the injury on her?
Yeah.
Locke gestures to the darkness and just kind of goes like, who's going to see? Let's turn off your lights. Well, everyone else but one of you.
We'll do it here. We don't know what kind of cybernetics anyone may have.
Right? Like, it pushes past Locke and gets closer to you, kind of just goes, yeah, just fucking do it. Just do it while I'm jazzed up about it. And they take off one of their gloves and, like, roll it into a wad and then stick it between their teeth.
It's not gonna hurt that bad, jeez.
Come on, just fucking hit me.
What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do?
Hit me!
What the fuck? Does she think Kaya's gonna actually hit her?
They, like, Sprite used, they mean hit me as in, like, come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But Kaya
so funny.
Does interpret it as, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do here? Oh no. She got the okay from Lockhart, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's like, okay. She looked to Lockhart. It's like, okay. The nod of like, I'm listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck it.
Roll a medic check.
Yeah.
A medicine check at 2 purple.
2 purples. Fuck is medicine.
Using medicine check not to heal, but to damage.
First medicine check of this weird cyber dungeon.
Cool. You, like, very, very delicately do a little cut like near the temple, close to the forehead, but not so much that it's going to be over an eye.
Yeah, probably closer to the hairline so that they can't really see the cut. It looks like it's under the hair, which is even more concerning.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood very quickly. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Wrap it.
Yeah, she's gonna very hastily bandage it now. Because emergency situation, apply pressure, apply bandage to wound. But we gotta go to hospital now, obviously.
Locke is standing there with her arms crossed, and she's just like, "God's sake, are you done? Can we go? We have a job to do. We have to get to the 3rd basement floor, or whatever."
Hmm. Kaya narrows her eyes. He's like, "Whew, gotta roll a check here, real quick." It's like, yeah, it would have been fast to use the maintenance shaft, but we're ready. Let's go.
I guess
Okay.
it's gonna help them. Make it look like you're partially like they're leaning on you. Let's go.
You go to help Kaya. Do you go to help Sprite?
Yep.
You go to help Sprite, like kind of limply holds an arm up to you, but once Marcus is close enough, Sprite will jump into his arms.
Yeah,
And
that
Marcus
makes this
is
easy.
he dutifully catches them. And they like press their head against his shoulder. And it's not like flirtatious so much as it is exaggeratedly gauche.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go.
Marcus
Emergency
mumbling
situation.
under his breath, like, this is stupid. This is not gonna work.
Time for the bodyguards to be overly aggressively pushy.
Yep.
Like they normally are.
Okay.
Kaya's taking the role of the medic, the first aid medic, because that's what she is as Marcus holds them.
So as you are all doing that, we're going to switch to a legacy who's going to do some hack shit.
Oh
Because
boy,
you're
let's
going
fucking
to
go.
the lower level, and then you will subsequently need to go through. You can go to a lower level. You can go from level 1 to level 2, or you can go from level 1 to a deeper level 1, and then go back, and then go to level 2, and then do a deeper level 2.
She's got to get level 1 stuff at the very least.
Yes.
But I think I have discovered. I read it. I don't know which one it is, but I promise it's one of the talents that I have. Because right now I am literally, because I'm not enjoying how I am reading through my talents on Foundry, I am handwriting my talents in a book. Oh.
That's fair.
So that I can categorize them and like be able to, like, okay, I need my hacking shit. I'm only going to look through these 3 pages. So, I read it. I know I have it. I just haven't written it down yet to remember which one it is.
That's totally fine.
So, she already grabbed the lights. Security system would be further down that line.
Yes.
I guess she would, because this would be her last, like, security first mentality. She'd get to the security system first. So, what do I gotta do for that one?
So this one is protected by a. Let me see here. This is protected by a Great Wall. That is a strength of 6.
And still with an average difficulty, or?
I believe to break an ice, it's average difficulty.
She'll leave her femme fatale up. She will drop her corroder and pull out the big boy. She'll use her battering ram. So
knock, knock, open up, it's me.
Pretty much. Because it has an override strength of 6, so she would not have to do anything extra to override a strength of 6. I just need to do one roll to see if I have a general success, I believe. That's a triumph, so...
Sheesh!
That cancels out. That cancels out. That's 2 successes and a triumph. So she is able to use her battering ram override strength 6 to meet the 6 for the security system. Which will then trigger one of her talents that allows her to immediately, as an incidental, try to override another ice within the same system.
Okay.
Overarching system, so she will go for the other password at the same time.
There you go.
So, what is that one?
That one is an ice wall.
Okay, so if I can get general success on this, the ice wall is a strength of 5, so I should be able to get that one too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just if I fail, then I'm locked out. Okay. Cancel that. That goes there. That. 4 success, 2 advantage. So she'll use her battering ram to break through that one as well.
Okay. So, with one fell swoop, you are able to get complete access to the entire first sub-level. When you get access to it, the archive, there's a lot of data there. There is easily petabytes of data stored there, of documentation and like video and images and all sorts of shit from decades of research and work. It is a wellspring of random stuff. Like even a surface level glance is like taking a snapshot of a warehouse and expecting to glean something worthwhile from it. And the security system, the first thing that you are able to access with the security system is the alarm system, obviously. You have access to the emergency system lights as well. You can activate the alarm system and not activate the lights, or you could just activate the lights. You also have access to these cameras on the first level, and you have access to the security drones. Security drones on this level are mostly passive. They're basically like they would be the equivalent of like an astromech droid, where they kind of roll around and look for your security slip, and if you don't have your security, you're like if you don't have your hall pass, they alert security from a higher level.
Do they have cameras on them?
The little ones, yes.
Okay, so I have an ask here. I don't know if you have the Shadow of the Beanstalk book open.
I do.
So on PD on the page 130 in the book, it's where the spending advantage during network encounters is.
Yes.
You recall, I had 2 advantages at one point and a triumph. So can I do 2 things here? Can I... First off, I will spend either the 2 advantages or the triumph, whichever one you deem fair. Can I hook up the drones to Kaya's phone?
I will see you could hook up one drone to Kaya's phone.
Okay. Can I use that 2 advantages for that?
Yeah.
So Kaya gets a ping on her phone. You now have a new drone, buddy, to control. Has a camera on the first floor.
Okay.
I would like to then use my triumph. On the 3rd row, you'll notice permanent back door that I can spend a triumph for.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
The runner sets up a permanent means of accessing the system without needing to deal with its verification protocols. Difficulty of the access system becomes an easy check as long as the runner can access the back door.
Yep. You can permanently access. You're asking for this for the archive?
Yes.
Yes, you can install a permanent backdoor in the Tetsuo archive.
Fucking amazing. I imagine she would, like, when she gets access to the archive, because she deals with the drone and security system first. She doesn't want to set off alarms down here just yet. Because that seems to be, she wanted to cause chaos upstairs. She's being sneakier down here.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from shutting off lights and shit. When she accesses the archive, does like a sweep of like, essentially, like, I imagine she's just like walking through a place where she just sees tons and tons of data files all around her, and just like swipes a hand at random, copying things, and just sending it all over the place. Pinging it to her stuff, pinging it to cosmic stuff, pinging it to round table boys, like just throwing things everywhere to try and get information out really quickly before she has to move on.
Perfect. Okay.
And once she's done that for like
have...
what feels like a minute or two for her, she'll backtrack and try to move down.
Gotcha. Okay. So you have a permanent backdoor to the archive. You've thrown a bunch of shit around from it, and you have gifted Kaya. Kaya, you have access to effectively like what amounts to a very simple it's about it moves like an astromech droid, except it doesn't tilt. It is just like a trash can that rolls around.
Let's fucking go.
It's not very fast, but it rolls around, and it has a camera on it, and it also has a little blippy light and a security card scanner that checks for your security card's validation in the Tetsuo database, like the employee database. Like, you can, in fact, use it as like a mobile camera. It does not transmit sound, but like, you can't talk to someone through it, but you can hear someone if they are talking to the drone.
My thoughts. Well, I am not there. I won't meta like that. Never mind.
You can send the drone upstairs. There are drone, like, specifically for those security drones, there are transport, like, effectively like a dumbwaiter that works for those drones so that they can scan something and then move to a new floor or scan something else. And they're like, if they need to be repaired or anything, they can be transferred to a whatever floor they would need to be transferred to if they're broken.
Okay.
Because you don't want them to take up elevator space.
Yeah. Well, on the way to the quote-unquote medical emergency that's about to happen, Kaya will see the ping on her phone. It's like, what the fuck? Stares at it for a second, comes to the conclusion that, well, probably Legacy. She hopes it is, who else would just give her a drone like this. But she'll check it out, see what it is, see what it can do, and she's just gonna send it up. Like, alright, let's get eyes on the floor. And then back into medical emergency.
Okay. So are you sending the trash can up to the first level, or are you sending it to a lower sub basement?
If we're going, are we going to the second sub level, or are we going to the third? Straight to the third?
I think second, because then you have to find another key card to get to third.
No, Benghetti's
Benghetti
access card.
Yeah, Benghetti's got blanket access to anywhere.
If the card still works, which fingers crossed it does.
I'm honestly more concerned about what's going on up level.
Yeah.
Same.
Alright, that was my first thought, but I didn't think about the bottom floors.
Yeah, I mean, your guys are gonna have to go down anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you might be surprised, but you're gonna have to deal with it anyway. At least, if you know what's going on up, you might be able to signal for somebody to help you deal with that.
Yeah. Alright. Sending it up.
Okay.
Does this drone have like a part of it that opens?
No. Like a storage compartment of any kind, or
just like any flap that it could, like, I don't know, like a battery, something on top.
Basically.
The intention here is to hide one of the rebel stickers on it, so if we do need to get someone's attention, flash the sticker. They know it's not an enemy drone.
If you wanted to put a sticker on it, you'd have to find the drone first. The drone is in a different part of the building.
Oh, I thought it was on the first sub-level.
It's on the first sub-level, but it's like you're on the opposite side of the floor.
Ah, well, shit.
Yeah, you basically got a notification and a camera feed that's pointing to, well,
you know, there's a drone that you know there's a drone somewhere in the Walmart. You're just in the Walmart with it. You don't know where it is in the Walmart.
Ah, well, this place is huge. Probably don't have time to find it then. Oh well.
Yeah, but you would be able to find like where the drone like pods are, because those are for the drone camera that you're using. Those would effectively be highlighted. The drones, the system, the rudimentary system that runs these drones basically has enough artificial intelligence in it to be able to recognize, like, okay, this is a person. I need to check their security pass. If I can't get their security pass, then I alert the authorities. If I can get their security pass, I test it. If it tests pass, they're okay, and I find someone else. If it fails, I have to go get the authorities. And it finds the authorities by making a digital alert, and then it will run to one of those drone pods where it can transfer to a different floor to get away from the person.
Okay, so could Kaya find it and then meet back up with the group before getting to the elevators, or no?
They would make it to the elevator before you.
Okay, in that case, never mind. Just gonna send the drone up the top.
Gotcha. So you send it up. You'll see what's on the top floor, the first floor, before you get to the elevator. And the drone, like, as it goes into one of the nearby wall placements, and it was like slotted in and shot up, when it exits, the first thing you notice is there's a lot of smoke. Like, a lot of smoke. Like something might be on fire, or like a smoke bomb went off. It is almost impossible to see, but you can see a little bit. There's a lot of, it's gray smoke, and just the drone looking around and moving it there's noise coming through. Like if you were to listen to the feed, you could hear what sounds like gunfire and shouting. It seems like some kind of fight has fallen into the building.
Oh boy.
And roll me a this. I don't have drone use anymore, but go ahead and roll me piloting.
Oh, I thought we were going to use sysops.
Sysops? Yeah. Oh, sysops. Then we're going to roll sysops.
Okay. How many purples?
It's going to be 2 purple.
Okay.
Three advantage and 1 success. Yeah, so as you're rolling around the drone, the camera wobbles like you're rolling over debris. And as it turns a corner, and in the area that you guys had come from, the hallway, it's covered in smoke, but there's a person who is posted up around a corner. And this is not a fire ant. And it's probably not a well, I won't tell you that, but I will tell you it's definitely not a fire ant. They're not wearing fire ant armor. There appears to be a person who is in like a fine tailored black suit. They have a rifle of some kind, and they're posted up on the wall like they're keeping an eye out around the corner. And on the back of their suit jacket, emblazoned on it, like in this very, very fancy kind of I don't know how to describe the font, but it's like very neo, very fancy kind of futuristic font. There's 2 letters. There is J-D. So that.
You said they're in a fine tailored suit?
Mm-hmm.
How many fucking Lockharts are there? I know, fuck, I feel like Kaya says that. And she's looking at this fucking feed.
The fuck?
What the fuck? She's gonna show the feed, like, who the fuck is this?
And they can't see the face?
They can't see the face, because the dude is, like, his shoulder is pressed to the wall, like he's hiding around it, like peering around the corner, like someone will come in through the entrance so that he can shoot. Also on the camera feed, you can see, like, as the smoke is kind of roiling and rolling through the front area, the fire ant that you had fought earlier, you can see, like, the outline of the silhouette of that fire ant very, very vaguely in the distance. There are other silhouettes on the ground. Other similar fire ant silhouettes on the ground.
God,
See, I don't like this. Because I only know one person that has the initials JD. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Oh, Joe, if you're doing what I think you're doing, you're a bastard.
What? What do you think I'm doing?
I don't want to tell you.
Fucking DM it
ideas.
to me, because I don't know what you're fucking thinking.
I'd like to know as well, please.
Just what if Jade, if it is fucking Joseph Diego, Jonathan Diego adjacent, fucking what if they're trying to turn this into another fucking terrorist attack?
Wait, did Jonathan ever say that their last name was Diego?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He went on a public forum as he inherited Tetsuo. He basically said he was a relative of Joseph Diego, and he inherited the company.
I just remember the first name. I didn't remember what last name they said.
Yes. I will throw this to you all because we're winding down. if you want, you can roll me, Kaya, a society check at 4 purple, or you can give me your story point the next time we play, so that I will start with 2, and I will just reveal it to you.
I kind of want to just give him the story point next time.
Do it.
We've had a lot of back and forth with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Handshake. You have a deal.
Yes.
Go ahead
Who
and
is
add that
this?
shit to the end of notes thing that you remind
Yep.
next session.
Mm-hmm. So you are all like hustling to the elevators, and Kaya, you're like looking up and looking back down at this camera feed, because there's like the shit popped off the moment the elevator doors closed and you guys went down to the sub level. As you are running to the elevators, you're watching this camera feed and you see this dude like posted up. You're watching this happen. This somewhat masculine looking figure, like he turns around a corner, like leans off the wall, gets into a firing position, and you see him start to shoot, and he backpedals a little bit and is backing towards the camera, like getting closer and closer to it, but shooting at someone. And around the corner, there is a Tetsuo security drone. The killer units, the big ones.
Oh no.
One of those is walking into the main lobby, and it is like turning the corner, and it looks at him and is walking towards him. And there's something you notice, because as this dude is backing up, shooting at it with a rifle. Have you ever been to a Spirit Halloween?
Yep.
You know the Spirit Halloween section where there's like a bunch of cheap, shitty masks of like pop culture figures?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that sort of mask. There is one of those. This dude who has is wearing a suit jacket and suit pants. As he backs up, it's not as fine tailored as you would have first thought. He is wearing basically just a matching suit jacket and pants. But as he backs up, you can see that he is wearing a rubber mask that is styled to look like Joseph Diego. Like one of those like Spirit Halloween-esque rubber masks to make him look like Joseph Diego. And he is shooting at the Tetsuo drone. And like as he is shooting at it and backing up, the camera drone starts to like wheel backwards a little bit, so that it's not you can wheel it so it's not in the way. And you can see as he backs up and falls, the Tetsuo drone is just like turns. It like fully faces down the hallway. It lifts up an arm, and the entire arm like folds out into some type of automatic weapon and just guns this dude down. Like it's completely undeterred by the rifle fire.
Oh no.
There is something that you realize though with the initials and the way that they were emblazoned on this dude's suit jacket. The first thing that comes to mind is Joseph Diego, especially because of the cheap latex mask. But the way it was embossed on this jacket and the colors and the font, it reminds you of one person in particular whose handle used that same sort of letter formatting. And that would be Dio.
What?
Huh?
Because Dio always he was
He did.
D-O.
Oh Oh, fuck. What the fuck's happening? What?
Y'all thought Dio was done? Y'all thought he was gone?
No. So either there's exactly two possibilities here.
Uh-huh.
It's either the less likely one to me is Dio being secretly good guy.
Yeah, less likely.
More likely is it's like what you said, they're going to turn this into, it not only is it a terrorist attack, they attacked the building and started killing people inside it.
Mm-hmm.
And really set the fucking station on fire. But we now know that there is definitely 100% lethal force already being used, so fucking go off.
Yep. I imagine Kaya sees the speed, and she sees this guy get gunned down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Kaya's ever seen that before.
Not in any sense. Not in this way. Like, this is...
Mm-mm.
It looks like something out of an action movie. It does not feel real in that moment.
Yeah, God, I feel like Kaya kind of just stops in her tracks. It's like, what the fuck?
Hi, Sailor.
Sailor!
Don't fuss at him. It is, to be fair to the sailor, it is tug time.
I mean, if Kaya literally stops, Lockhart will, like, not hearing her footstep, turn around like, are you okay?
She's just kind of staring at the speed, I think, because, like... This fucking little trash can is just standing there in the hallway, witnessing all of this.
I will give you this for free, Kaya, because you are smart enough to know that security drone is way too big and too heavy to fit in an elevator. So it is walking in on the first floor. There's no shot it's going to get up to the second floor or get anywhere to the sub basement without some complicated bullshit. And nowhere in the schematics did you see anything about moving these types of drones. Not between floors.
So either it was already posted up there, or there's something hidden that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first floor of the building, like where the street level is, it could walk in through a broken front entrance. But like it could not go to the second floor or get below. So you don't have to worry about the robot coming down to get you. But it's going to be there when you go upstairs. Or possibly.
Well, I will say as a note for the future, as long as Legacy has not been brain fried by that point, when you guys start heading up, try to give a message to Legacy of like, hey, go poking around for robots.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming to kind of keep the flow from the previous system to this one, that robots are still hackable.
Yes.
Do we have any way to send something to Legacy, like an image maybe? Or is that at all possible?
I would think so.
Could take screenshot of the fucking killer bot, send it to Legacy, just like, hey, just so you know that drone you get me, you gave me? Yeah, here's a screen cap real quick of what's happening on the first floor.
Yeah, you can easily send that to Legacy so that Legacy can next time Legacy is like, okay, cool, the first floor is done, and what did I get from Kaya? What do you mean I have to go backwards?
Like wiping hands, satisfied with her work, has done a whole bunch of good shit, putting in back doors, just like doo, we're going down another level. This is easy. I like this. Wait, you want me?
What?
I didn't even see. Where the fuck did that come from? You get a whole bunch of just random symbols back. You're not sure if it's Legacy cussing or if it's Legacy spazzing out or if it's some secret code or.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see like video game characters swear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's keyboard smash. How does she keyboard smash in virtual space? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's anybody that can figure out how to keyboard smash in virtual space? It's Legacy.
Yep. It's her flipping someone off with her cyberarm.
Banging on the like not real digital windows, just like, God fucking damn it, like kicking it, punching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good.
I'm so excited because I had been sitting on this reveal for a long time. I had to really think about some stuff that was popping off after you guys got Joseph Diego killed, and I was like, man, there's like 8 or 9 different ways this is gonna go. This could go, and I finally found a good spot for Dio to be in.
Fucking Jesus. All right. Well, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have Kai roll a cool check?
Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead.
How many purples would you think this is? Keep in mind she has 1 green.
For witnessing death for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
She's never even watched an action movie. She's only watched Moneyball.
She's
So
only watched Moneyball.
I'll say 3 purple.
She's read about it a lot in like like mystery novels and shit, you know, but not seen it. And all the stuff she's seen in the past weren't, I don't think, as graphic and violent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stress.
That's a lot of stress. Yeah, no, Kaya freezes.
Is Lockhart literally gonna have to pick her up and drag her?
At the very least, shake her. Because I don't think she would respond to her name being called.
Like watching the camera feed, and then as you're running down the hallway, Kaya starts to slow down, and it's just like, Kaya, we need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much exactly that is what she hears.
Yeah, definitely. Lockhart would turn around if she stops hearing Kaya's footsteps. Yeah. I think those boots are pretty distinct at this point.
Boots are made for walking, and it's not walking all of a sudden. See Kaya just staring at her phone, just shock.
Kaya. What? Lockhart will turn and go up to her.
Non-response left beef.
I guess she'll move around so she can see what's on the screen. And she will frown. And she'll put her hand on the phone and gently try to take it out of Kaya's hand.
Like Kaya's got a bit of a death grip, so it does take some effort.
She'll use her other hand to loosen the fingies. Aya, we need to keep moving. She'll kind of move into her vision to try and get her attention.
Imagine Kai just kind of blinks. She's kind of out of it for a second. But she does meet Lockhart's eyes. Like, a story, what happened?
You stopped running.
Yeah, I was looking at the Legs sent me that drone and I sent it up. I was looking at what was going on the floor above us, so I
She frowns a bit more, and she looks at the phone in her own hand now, before looking back at Kaya. You can't focus on what's going on up there. We have to deal with we have to deal with our part of the mission, or else it'll get a lot worse.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat that for me?
We have to focus on our part of the mission, or else it'll get a lot worse.
Imagine Kai she nods. And imagine she kind of like pulls out just like a little wrench or something to just have in her hand, just kind of squeeze pretty tight. Yeah, we gotta focus. I don't think I ever saw someone.
Lockhart nods in understanding. She doesn't really, like, Kaya doesn't need to continue that train of thought. I understand that it's a lot, but
You're right, just gotta focus. We got a lot riding on us, and can't afford for anything really. Just I'm fine. Just let's go. What was the plan again? We're taking Sprite to the elevators.
You need a moment.
I don't think we got time for me to take a moment. I don't think anyone's got time to take a moment, so take a breather.
She glances at the group. Did the group stop as well, or no?
Yeah, they would stop. Like various distances from Kaya, like spread out as everyone was running.
Mm. Lockhart will look to Kaya and look to them and tell them to keep going. You will keep moving. We'll catch up in a couple of minutes.
Ain't no time wasted from Locke. But Marcus would stay behind for a second and then go. He knows better than to question Lockhart. Lockhart knows what she's doing, right?
Lockhart hopes she knows what she's doing here.
Yeah. Kai just looks at her, confused. It's like, well, we don't got time to just sit here. We gotta go with them.
You can take 30, or you can take 45 seconds to calm yourself.
Look, I'm fine.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And breathe. Slowly. And Lockhart will put her 2 hands on the sides of Kaya's ears to try and block out some of the sound.
Kaya tries to protest. She's like, bro, we're on a fucking mission. We can't afford this. But she just... fucking fine. Just... fine. She'll close her eyes. She'll try and breathe. Death grip on the wrench.